And the third story is about John Cage, about his last radio appearance. It was in July 1992. He died in August 1992. And that was his radio appearance on the John Schaefer's show around New York. It was a daily show with live musicians in the studio. And I was staying here in New York, sitting at home and listening to the show. And it was, of course, John Schaefer, the host, John Cage, and a pianist. I'm sorry I don't remember his name.
Welcome back to our daily program of live music here in the studios of WNYC-FM, the program Around New York, and a special edition of the show today, as I've been joined here in the studio by pianist Michael Torrey and the Dean of the American Avant-Garde, John Cage.
And they were talking about what is music, what is composition, what is listening. And it's all comes with huge question mark, because people have all these ideas about, what composition is, what listening is, but all John Cage's life was a fantastic example of breaking all the barriers between all these ideas and all our false ideas about music and our perception. They also talked about Erik Satie, because he was John Cage's favorite composer. And that pianist began playing some piano works by Satie. Suddenly, on top of all this, what we heard on the radio, we heard tornado warning.
The National Weather Service NUPTN has issued a tornado warning for Staten Island or Richmond County in southeast New York, Brooklyn or Kings County in southeast New York until 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 5:22 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Heavy rainfall may obscure this tornado. Take cover now. If you wait to see or hear the tornado coming, it may be too late.
And of course, all the people who were sitting in the studio, they didn't know that now what they are talking about and what they're playing right now is not being broadcasted, it is interrupted. This warning took about a minute and a half, and then they just resumed the broadcast of all the shows. Of course, John Cage and John Schaefer, that pianist who were in the studio, when it ended, all the people in the control room told them that what happened during this. And it was all about John Cage's ideas.
If you listen to Beethoven or to Mozart, you see that they're always the same. But if you listen to traffic, you see it's always different.
And it was a fantastic illustration, and no one could predict that this might happen. But that happened, and this is really great. It was the last John Cage's appearance on the radio. When he was entering the studio, he was just about to talk about music, and he was not going to give that kind of illustration. It was not him, someone else, Mother Nature, who came with this unpredicted event. But after all, it happened this way, and of course, this impression is what you can only dream of.
There was a German philosopher who's very well known, Immanuel Kant. And he said there are two things that don't have to mean anything. One is music, and the other is laughter. Don't have to mean anything, that is, in order to give us very deep pleasure.